Hi and welcome to this video log with me, Wayne, from swimmingcyclingrunning.com. Well, unless you're racing the Hawaii Ironman or a foreign race somewhere, your season's probably come to an end either last week or this week. And now is a period when you should be taking it easy. You should have a rest. You should let your body recover from the rigours of a season of triathlon. And the only time that won't be true is if you've just entered triathlon, you've not really had a program, and what you're doing is looking to complete races, not compete in races. If you're actually a competitor looking to qualify for things like the World Championships, or looking to really do well in your age group, or improve by a dramatic amount, so you've got a program you're following, then that program has to disappear. You have to say to yourself, right, my body's going to get a little bit unfit. And if you see yourself or feel yourself reaching for the bike, a little voice inside you should say, step away from the bike. If you feel yourself thinking, no, if I don't go to the swimming pool for 2 weeks, I'll just lose all my form, you should hear a little voice inside you say, don't be silly, you're meant to lose form. And if you find yourself picking up that wonderful pair of running shoes you love, a little voice inside you should say, put down the running shoes. That is what this time of year is all about. What you can do, and would be productive, is start looking at your races for this year. Start assessing where you could go better, and what you did that was good and what you did that was bad. Have a look at the times that you took in the swim, cycle, run and in your transition, and see where you might be able to pick up seconds, minutes in the following year. But above all of that, what you've got to do is you've actually got a plan to hit those targets once you've said these targets are reasonable. So this is a planning time if you want, but not a doing time. You have to stop doing all the things that you have been doing for so long, and they've become, to a certain extent, ingrained in your time. You can obviously play around the golf, play some squash, go out with the kids on the bike. Nothing is actually ridiculous about that. You can do things. You don't want to sit and vegetate. But you don't want anything to be a prescribed program. You don't want anything to be anything that you might normally do in your normal triathlon week. And when you come back in 3 to 4 weeks to training again, then there should be a period of preparation, a period where you're looking at your form and technique in swimming, cycling and running, and actually looking to improve that before you get into the full rigours of winter training. You should actually look at each of the elements and see what might go wrong and what can be improved. That's where a coach might probably come in handy. That's where filming can help, where at the beginning of the season you actually work on those elements that you see is wrong because you've actually had a video showing that this can be improved, and then solely work on improving those elements. Don't go out for 10-mile runs, 15-mile runs. Don't think your winter training starts until your form is actually correct. That's the way you're going to see the most dramatic improvements in your triathlon. And if you are at the top of your age group, you're looking for seconds that make up minutes in each of the disciplines, and that is really all about your technique and doing things slightly differently to you did last year. Remember, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get the results you got. If you want that to change, something really does have to change. The only time you could perhaps start your preparation phase now is if you've not been a competitor, if you've been a triathlon completer. So you've not had really a program, this is your first season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons in triathlon, and you haven't been working particularly hard. You start your preparation now, and all you do is you work on technique until your winter training kicks in 3 to 4 weeks time. But for everyone, they should have that preparation phase. Okay, that's it for this week. What we're going to do over the next few weeks is look at the preparation phase, look at what you might be doing in it, and hopefully that'll help you have a much better winter, much better technique, and less likely to injury. Okay, we'll see you next week. Keep well, happy trying, or in your case, not trying.